Good afternoon, everybody. Mayor Joaquin here with FDAHunter.com. Hope everybody's doing well today. So today we're going to quickly talk about ADMA. ADMA, we're going to show you guys how FDA Hunter will catch the next FDA real approval, not another BS little hype play, in my opinion. ADMA, again, get in line with SESN. You guys also should be ashamed of yourselves. You guys might actually have, something in you to get an FDA approval eventually. But we will show you guys how ridiculous this little article was. It almost caught us off guard, but luckily, because we got in early, we were actually able to get out of it, some of us with a very small loss and some of us actually with a profit, because we got it within literally minutes of the news coming out and the spike coming out, okay? So again, we will go ahead and go over ADMA and what we can potentially expect with this in the future. All right, guys, so welcome back again. Now we're just going to show you guys. Now ADMA came out with an article yesterday with the words FDA approval in their title. Again, getting a lot of people excited, trading well over 30 million shares due to the news channel. Now, again, what sucks is that a lot of people literally got in on the run-up on this in pre-market, and then it died down to literally from the 170s, 180s to 135 today. I mean, imagine if you guys would have held on, how screwed you'd be. These morons, again, in my opinion, released an article with the title FDA approval, trying to, in my opinion, scare a lot of people or get people excited to buy. And, who knows what kind of games these guys are playing in these companies. It's like, you know what? You did not get a real FDA approval. All you got was some approval from the FDA for your little facility. I mean, that's good for you, but why you got to do a whole press release and invest money into that? Why? So people could buy in on this at a high and push it up higher, and then who knows, other people take profits and other people mostly get screwed. I mean, this is so screwed up. I'm not happy about these things. Of course, I'm not happy as far as mentioning this as an FDA approval, but the good thing, as you guys can see, is we caught it within a few minutes. So if you guys see here, the article came out at 4 a.m. Eastern Pacific time. I caught it within 4 minutes, guys. Look at this. 4 minutes, we caught this ADMA. Now, ask yourselves, when the next real FDA approval comes. Real. Imagine getting a phone call within minutes of confirmation of the news, confirmation of the stock, confirmation of the size. I mean, this stock from a far perspective looked pretty good, where it actually was a low price stock. It was in the $1.70 range, which would have been amazing, but it did have a high float, a lot of resistance, which again doesn't really matter as much, but it's good to understand that. Okay, now you guys can see here we mentioned it, and then also to protect everybody, we like to give a potential stop area, potential risk area. So I mentioned here, guys, I'd get out of ADMA still here in the 170s for small profits. I would risk around here if you guys are still in it. Some people want to stay in it. So again, we're showing risk to protect ourselves, even though we would really love for this to be a real FDA approval. And when I say real, I'll show you guys what I mean by that. Okay, so even though we would want it to be a real FDA approval, unfortunately it was not. We caught that right away, but we still made money off of the stupidity and the hype of people just wanting to stay in it forever and letting us sell their shares at a lower price. Okay, so I'll show you guys that here. Now, here's the news came out around 7 a.m. Eastern time. It spiked all the way here in the run-up. We were in here all the way till around here, till the top, and we got out because we are part of the group and we're smart and we know what the heck is going on. So we mentioned it here with the risk level, and we protected ourselves big time on this stock. As you guys see here, it downtrended to 147, and now it's around 133. I mean, just full-on slaughter on this stock, okay? Now, just to show you guys the article and to be aware of this, you guys want to give me 1 second, guys. I day trade too. Yeah, hold on to it, bro. I'm on in a live YouTube. Okay, so anyways, guys, what you want to do is take a look at this article here. Receives FDA approval for BioCenter's plasma collection facility in Maryville, Tennessee. So this is just for a collection facility. I mean, this is not like a new drug, a new technology, new nothing. Okay. So you got to understand the parameters behind a real FDA approval. This is not, in our books, a real FDA approval, but it was something to greatly put on the scanners of everybody, because just these two words alone can spike a stock 2-3 times the price. We've seen it happen over and over again, especially with SCPS, which was not a real FDA approval, but it was mentioned in there. And again, it had a low float and did triple. So we brought this to the attention. We got everybody the phone call. We got out for small wins or small losses. I personally lost $400 on this. I put $20,000. I mean, guys, I'm putting $20,000 to make $10,000 to $30,000 on this. So what's $400 for me at a $20,000 position? So I didn't really care. And we went ahead and took some losses or took some small wins. Some people even got into the 160s. You know, I mentioned it to everybody before, even me getting in this myself. So I got a little bit late, but who cares? So guys, just want you guys to, be careful with these companies. They like to hype up their, again, in my opinion, they like to hype up their plays, their stocks. They like to hype everything up. They like to, send out a press release for every little thing they do. I mean, it's just, to me, a little ridiculous. I mean, you're sending out a press release for a collection facility. Good job for you. Now go ahead and actually get some work done. All right, guys, that's my take for today on ADMA. Later on, we are going to talk about another hot stock, which I'll go over later on, which had FDA news, which went up over 200%. So I'll be speaking about that later today. All right, guys, thank you. Have a good day and be careful.